Hey everybody, welcome back for another episode of Elite Dangerous, and in this one I'm going to finally show you the Anaconda. Now, it's been a little while for me anyway as far as the last time I've recorded, and last time you saw me I had just purchased this monster. And I love the Anaconda. It's everything I wanted it to be when I got to it. I mean, it's a little bit less than what I was expecting, but it's a little bit more in ways that I didn't really think that it would be so good at. Like, for example, it can actually jump farther than an asp if you deck it out the right way. It can actually jump really far in a single jump, so it's pretty good for exploration if you're actually just trying to accomplish exploration. If you're trying to make any money at it, no. In fact, I'd go so far as to say if you're trying to make any money exploring, you can't even do it in an asp because of the running costs and how little you're paid. But on another note, the Anaconda itself is a monster. It's got so much firepower. It's actually fairly maneuverable once you figure out how to whip it around and how to get it to stop. And that's really the hardest thing about flying this thing, is getting it to stop. And any sort of slow maneuvers, like going in and out of the station, are extremely difficult. So I'm going to go ahead and show you my Anaconda in combat, or as I like to call her, the HMS Miley Cyrus. And we're gonna basically we're here in a Empire system, and we're going to be doing some combat. So let me go ahead and show you, since we're on the topic of combat, is how I've got my Anaconda decked out. Now, Anacondas are prohibitively expensive as far as their outfitting. So right now I have a C8 power plant, and just to kind of give you a perspective, a C8 power plant costs a ridiculous amount. Let's see if they even got one here. Okay, so this one is 18 million, and it's a C class. Don't even get me started. The A8 is like 165 million. It's ridiculous. So yeah, really expensive for what you get. Really expensive for what you get. The ship should be like at least a third more powerful than it is for the price you pay. But neither here nor there. So thrusters, I've got B7s because that's the biggest one I can afford. A frameshift drive, A6, because that's like a must-have. Just to kind of give you an example, let's see, do they have this one in stock? They don't. I think it's around 10 million. No, I think it's actually 15 million. And actually, I can see. Yeah, so there we go, 16 million to get the best frameshift drive, and that's like the first thing you need to get on an Anaconda. The first thing. Following that, I would say thrusters, because it's just so hard to fly with the stock thrusters, and even the D thrusters are just awful for those little maneuvers like going in and out of the station. Life support I have as a D to save some weight. Power distributor, I've got an A8, which was pretty penny, but worth every part of it. Sensors, I've got a D8. I want to put the A on there, but it weighs so freaking much that I can't really bring myself to do it. I left the fuel tank as it was. My shield generator, I've currently got a B7 on it because I can't afford the A7 quite yet. I've got 2 shield cell banks at class A6, and I have one of them on at all times, and that's because, well, the way shield cells are right now with that 5-second delay and after 1.1 is you want to be able to just use them and not care. Because of the delay it has, you can't really save them. You have to just go ahead and use it and just hope that it works at the right time. Shield cell banks are, I still think, kind of flawed in the way that they're balanced. I don't think it's fair for smaller ships that have no shields at all. So by the time 5 seconds rolls around, their shields are already gone. Even if they were at full shields by the time the attack started and they pressed the button. Yeah, in PvP anyway, that's broken for smaller ships. It's fine for larger ships, but it's broken for smaller ships. Cargo racks. Now, I think the Anaconda comes with like an E7 shield generator when you start out. And you can actually put a class 3 shield on an Anaconda. So for the trading variant, you can I just go ahead and put a 4 in there, an A4, because it weighs marginally more, and well, why not? But yeah, all sorts of things considered. So my current spec right now is just kind of a jack of all trades ship. It's got some cargo, it's got 2 shield cell banks, it's got a really good shield actually, it's got a fuel scoop so I can travel a lot, and a detailed surface scanner and an advanced discovery scanner. That way I can kind of go on my merry way. As far as hardpoints go, I've got the plasma accelerator here and the huge hardpoint, and I love this gun. I tried the gimbaled cannon, and it just kind of flails around like a limp noodle. And then I tried the fixed cannon, and I just don't like cannons. I mean, I like cannons, but I don't like cannons. Like, they don't do enough damage for me. Neither do plasma accelerators, for that matter, but, I mean, there's just something about this one. Let's see here. I've got 3 Class 3 gimbaled beam lasers on my Class 3 points. And these are my bread and butter. These are what I use to take down 90% of the ships. Actually, probably closer to 95% of the ships. On top of that, I've got 2 turreted multi-cannons here in my 2 slots, and these are basically just to provide constant pressure. So basically, the way shields work now in 1.1 is if they are taking damage, they will not regenerate. So in PvP or PvE, no matter which one, if I'm constantly damaging my opponent, they are constantly having to use shield cells, which leads me up to an area to make a burst of damage. So that's basically what these are for. I had not gimbaled, but turreted cannons here. And, I mean, I like them. They did hit every so often, but they just used up all their ammo, and they really didn't show much for it. The multi-cannons at least would hit half the time. In the 1 slots, I have 2 turreted pulse lasers, because I don't want them to use a lot of power. And this one has actually been a kind of a contest for me to see which ones I want. I've tried... I think in a PvP setting, if they had turreted Class 2 fragment cannons, I'd put them here, and I'd put fragment cannons down here for PvP. Just because the sheer amount of damage you can output in such a short amount of time there is insane. But they don't have that. And I don't want to give up my Class 3s for anything but my lasers. So I'm kind of stuck in that. But I put these guys here, again, for the constant damage, a way to attract enemies towards me so that they come back, and a way to just kind of whittle down shields when I'm not really wanting to fully engage yet. You'll see what I mean. I'll describe it a little bit more once we're in combat. I got a B-class kill warrant scanner because I don't really need anything better than that, and it uses a lot of energy at the A-class. A bunch of points events drones and a chaff launcher up here in the nose. I have all of my point defense near areas I would want to defend, like my reactor and everything else like that. That way, those areas are defended, but these other areas up front that I don't really care about, it's using the chaff launcher there. So that's pretty much it on the thing. And some of you might have noticed, aha, dangerous. Yep, I am now dangerous. I can now be considered somebody, with a gun that does damage. Ooh, like the ranking names, man. They're just kind of demeaning. You are competent. Oh, great. You don't suck anymore. Anyway, so, combat rank, dangerous, got that. Trade rank, tycoon, woo, got that too. And explorer rank, pathfinder, and I am just dreading every second of trying to get that. It's just going to take forever. Just forever. And, so anyway, I'm here in Wuru, and Wuru is kind of this is where I did a lot of my trading when I had my Type 9. And, I don't know, it just seems like one of those core Empire systems. I really like this system. And you can actually do trading in the same system here between the 2 stations. That's what I did when I first started because I couldn't afford the frameshift drive. But, yeah, this is a really nice system. You've got a lot of pretty good ships to purchase here. I think you can find the Clipper. So there's a Type 7, there's an Orca, Asp, Sighty, Imperial Clipper, there it is. Cobra, Viper, the standard stuff. It doesn't have all the ships, but it's got a pretty good selection. And the outfitting ain't bad. But the real reason I'm here is to participate in this conflict zone. Now this conflict zone, there's something to pay attention to here. If you go over to, like, right here, the second panel over, you have these guys right here that are in Civil War. Now if you'll notice, one of them has an Empire logo and one of them doesn't. That means if I fight for this group, I will increase my rank with the Empire. And that's the whole reason I'm here. That's the entire reason why I'm here. I mean, I want to get my combat rank up, and I was actually planning on ranking up within the Federation, so I was buying a bunch of rares so I could take to one of the systems I got a permit for. And I stumbled across this one. And I was like, well, I just happen to be looking for a combat zone. So I'll stick around here for a little bit. So I went around to the near rare trading routes and grabbed some rares. I still have them in my hold. And so basically what I'm doing is I'm just kind of peruding around, I guess would be the right word. Yeah, the galaxy, just looking for stuff to do. And I took place in the Community Gold Combat thing that went on, and I was going to make a video there, but it was just awful. The experience was awful. Yeah, Frontier, you got to do something about that, man, because everybody was just spawn camping the capital ships, just waiting for somebody to show up, because there were no targets. There were a whole bunch of players, and some of them in pretty good ships. I wasn't the only Anaconda there. And all of them were just spawn camping the capital ships, because that's all you could do. There were no targets. Even if you reset it, it would go away in like 10 minutes. So, Frontier, please, for the love of the game, way more conflict zones in a war zone that you have a community event in. At least 5 different conflict zones in that system alone. And if you have it in multiple systems, again, 5 there, to spread out all the players, because there was just no targets for anybody. It wasn't fun. And there were so many sound glitches, and oh man, it was bad. It was awesome, but it was bad. It was really bad. I got top 15%, and I kind of felt like a tool for being there in an Anaconda, to be honest with you, because somebody would show up and I'd nuke it. Nobody stood a chance in their Cobra or Viper or Eagle against the Anaconda. Like, only other Anacondas and Pythons would really go, hey, I could contest you for that. And there was one guy that was flying around in a Imperial Clipper, drawing people out away from the battle and then ramming them. And so he did that to my buddies, and I got ticked off at him, and I went after him. And it went about the way you would expect. Clipper completely outran me, but every time he got near me, he lost his shields, or at least came very close. I got him a little bit of damage to him, and he was worth over $1 million. I wanted to kill him, but I couldn't catch him. So that kind of goes to that. I think the only thing that could have contested him was another Clipper, and that's not bad. I mean, that's kind of what I'm planning to do at some point, once I have nothing else to do. But yeah, it's been interesting in this thing. It's been very interesting. So let's go ahead and get on to it, shall we? I've talked enough, I believe, and probably way too much, and I'll show you a little bit about the conflict in Anaconda. Let's go ahead and launch here. And when I launch, I like to press to see if there's any players nearby, like, where you go to choose your friend to text chat them or call them. Press the same button here, and if somebody shows up on the local, I know there's a player nearby, and to not be an idiot and just fly up and block the way or crash into somebody. But there's nobody around, so I'll go ahead and do that anyway. Now, this thing drifts a lot, and to get it to stop going in any direction, you need to cancel out your inertia. Alright, so when it starts to fly in one direction or another, you need to stop it. So I'll go ahead and show you an example of that before I can't really talk too much in the conflict zone. So we'll boost. Alright, and now that I'm going in this direction, if I want to stop directions, I need to cancel it out. So arc up, and then I'm using my lateral thrusters sideways, and then up, and a full stop. And that's kind of how you have to get this thing to stop, because it just keeps going. Otherwise, you can literally drift around in a circle in this thing. It just keeps swinging its butt out, and it just won't stop. So you'll see me doing a lot of those things, but because you can't really tell if I'm really using a lateral thrusters or not, especially in combat, I want you to know that I'm not just following my opponent in that way. I'm actually doing stuff to stop my inertia, to turn around, to go again, and all that other stuff. It's actually pretty hard to pilot this thing. It's really fun, though. So let's go ahead and get over there to that conflict zone. It's only 8 megameters away, so it's not going to take any time at all. And if there are any sort of like audio glitches or stuttering or anything else like that, I don't know what's been going on with the servers, and I can't really do anything about that, so I apologize. But I mean, sometimes it's bad, sometimes it's okay. But anyway, let's get to it.
Frameshift drive charging.
ahead and deploy our hard points. We got plenty of sorties, and that's good.
Capacity exceeded.
Let's go over here to the Functions tab, and let's choose our faction for the Citizens Forum. And let's see what kind of trouble we get into. So who's shooting me? Anaconda. Alright. Well, that's a good first target to me. Let's get him. Now, I don't see a lot of allies in that area. So they're mostly going to be shooting me, but that's fine. That's why I have so many shield cell banks. So I'm going to use my lasers here to strip the shields, and I can kind of tell if he's got 4 pips in the shields by how long it takes to strip them. Right now it's not really doing anything, so I'm waiting till he attacks back.
Under attack.
And about here he should start, and there we go, I'll strip her shields. You'll see how they're going down a little bit faster than they were before? It's because the computers do the same thing you do. Alright, now I gotta pick and choose. So I wait until he's showing a side to me where I can easily attack that power plant. And I'm using the actual lasers here to bore through his ship to take it out, because they're really good at that. They're not very good at just taking down the hull, they're really good at actually coring out components. So I'm waiting for him to turn like this and then fire. Let's see how quickly his power plant goes down. So now that it's not looking at me, I'll wait again until he shows it. And pop. That easy.
Target destroyed.
So if you see on the minimap there's this one guy that's blinking, that means that guy's shooting me. And it's a Python. And I'm just cycling through the next hostile groups until I get to one I want to find. And cycle over to his power plant and do the same thing. Pretty straightforward, pretty easy. So this guy's got turrets on him, so I'm going to do this. Take down his shields. Don't actually want to ram him because he'll do a lot more damage to me that way. So we'll dodge that, flip up into the engines so we can get back around on him. Flip back into weapons. And then just kind of peck at him a little bit until he turns around. Because I can't catch him, that's the thing about the Anaconda. Alright, break early, swing up. Get a good angle on that power plant. And I'm actually thrusting downwards at that same time there. See, somebody rammed me. One of my teammates, probably that clipper. I lost a whole ring of shields there. Like, that shouldn't be the case, in my opinion. That guy should have lost all his shields, but he didn't.
Target shields offline.
Alright, so we got another Conda here. Let's go after him. Now, the one thing I don't like about the Anaconda is its boost. Its boost is just so gutless for those huge engines in the back. Like, I wanted something like Sebulba's pod racer, you know, and like fly off or something like that. I was really disappointed. Not gonna lie, I was very disappointed. Especially since I thought the Type 9 sounded cooler. Now that's bad. So this guy's using chaff. See if I can't... No, he changed direction. So put some chaff of our own out there. Oops. Where's the power plant? There it is. Alright. There we go. Got a beat on the power plant. Swing the ship around. Cancel out the inertia. Go right for him again. And pop.
Target destroyed.
Okay. Let's see, any other big targets? There's another Python. Let's go after him. He's 3 kilometers away, so let's go ahead and boost. Now, while you're boosting in an Anaconda, it'll turn better. It's like those little flaps at the backs of the engines for some reason. I guess they continue to thrust vector while you're boosting. So I'm just letting my turrets chip at his shields while I go ahead and get his power plant ready. Wait for that good shot. So he's got 4 pips in his shields right now, so I'm not going to really worry about it. Watch my friendly fire. And every time he goes to break, I basically follow his direction with my maneuvering thrusters. So if he starts to like go by and have me try to like overtake him, I go ahead and thrust downward to cancel it out. Did I get it? Yep. Okay.
Target destroyed. Target shields offline. Target
Okay,
shields
asps.
offline.
Now asps are actually the ones I have the most trouble with,
Under attack.
because they fly really differently than anything else. So power plant,
Target shields offline.
go ahead and get those shields off, wait for him to turn on me, because that's when I'm going to be able to look at his power plant. Because right here, I mean, I can hit it, but I'm not really digging in with those lasers yet. I need a good angle. So here he comes, so slow down, thrust downward, thrust left, and go ahead and barrel right into it, flip it in reverse, and then go up with the maneuvering thrusters. Alright, there we go. Flip it back into forward, keep going.
Target destroyed.
Alright, so let's see, anything good?
Target
Here's a
shields
clipper.
offline.
Clippers are actually pretty easy to kill, if they let you get a hold of them. Alright, let's go ahead and get his power plant. Now his power plant on a clipper is actually easiest to shoot from the side, like that. So I'm thrusting downward right now. And there we go.
Target destroyed.
Flip it back into engines. Let's see what else we got. Another asp. Let's go for him.
Under attack. Target shields offline.
Flip it in reverse when they start coming right at you. And then the moment they start going away, flip it back forward. You see how much damage I did to his power plant right there? So he's going to try to do the whole jousting maneuver, which is going to work to my advantage. So I'll just wait for him to figure out that that's what he wants to do. Come on, you know you want to. No? Well, if you don't. Yeah, here he comes. And pop.
Target destroyed. Target shields online.
Let's see. Alright, I like to go for these guys because they're usually around something bigger. They're usually guarding like a Anaconda or a Python. So I go over here and take them out really fast so I can get one less target on the field, which means somebody else respawns in. Just clip him a little bit so he pays attention to you. And then about 1 kilometer away, open up.
Target shields offline.
There you go.
Target shields online. Target shields offline. Target shields online.
There we go. I swear I saw him. Where'd he go? Is that Python? I know you're here somewhere. Where'd you go? Okay. Come on now.
Target shields offline. Target shields offline. Target shields online. Target shields offline.
I guess we're not going to find that Python. I don't know where he went. So let's go towards this Imperial fighter.
Target destroyed. Target
Alright, let's take this guy out. These guys are really fun to kill.
Target destroyed.
Alright, this guy's close. Let's go for him too. Because they're so quick to go out, it's worth the time to take if there's no other good targets, but I generally leave Vipers and Cobras alone. So they're just too much of a pain. They run away from you, they take too much time to kill. There we go, here's that Python. I knew you were around here somewhere. So thrust downwards. Laterally, swing it around in a circle, which seems to work. Stop down. Go for that reactor every time he shows it to you. He's using that, so nail him with the plasma accelerator every time they whip out the chaff. And let the turns go to work. Flip it in reverse. Lateral thrusters canceling out the inertia. Lateral thrusting, upward thrusting.
Friendship charge detected. Target destroyed. Target shields offline. Target shields online.
There we go, another Python.
Target shields offline. Under attack.
Power to weapons when you have yourself in position to attack. Power to engines when you don't. Power back into weapons when you do.
Target destroyed. Target shields offline. Under attack. Target shields.
Nothing really good out here, so right, there we go.
Target shields offline. Target shields online.
Oh, come on, where do these targets go? Oh, this guy's elite. I'll take him on because he's an elite. Like I said, I'm trying to increase my rank, so let me show you what it's like to kill a Viper. It's kind of a pain in the butt. So you want to strip their shields, so they don't try to save their shields. And every time you have a chance, just nail them. But wait till they get close. Thrusting upwards, then laterally, then braking. Laterally again a little bit, then upwards with him. Of course, this guy doesn't put up a fight at all. I swear, the competent or harmless ones are harder to kill, because they just run around.
Target shields online.
Alright, there's a lot of targets over here. Let's see what we can find. Okay, here's that asp. Let's go for it. My Anaconda wants that asp. Alright, so let's see if we can give him a surprise. No. That's one thing I hate about the AI in this game. They know when you shoot. Like, immediately they know when you shoot. Flip it in reverse, because he's trying to get around on me. Flip it forward again when they start to go away. Full stop, reverse when they come right at you. Lateral thrusting, upward thrusting.
Under attack. Target
Okay,
destroyed.
what else we got? Anaconda, alright. It's a novice though. Probably gonna be one of the runners then. Oh. So if you want to stop yourself from going, you have to put the power to engines because you'll just keep flying around. Yeah, there's some of that glitching I was telling you about. I really don't have to worry about that. Harmless my butt though. So let's see, who else we got? Alright, this guy seems intent on attacking me, so let's throw it into engines there, flip it around, thrust upwards, full power to weapons, and then just annihilate it. What's this? Ah. It's a creeper. It's a creeper. Let's get him. So you just kind of want to anticipate where they're going and what they're going to do, and they'll change really quickly. So get them offline, wait for them to give them a good stab at the side of the neck or behind or underneath the cockpit. That's really where you want to attack these things. If they're not giving you that side, just wait. Alright, so like right here, normally I would attack, but nope, not on a clipper. There you go, underside, and then that side area. That's what you want. Somebody just ran into me. Let's just go ahead and finish him off. There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and finish off that eagle, since I don't like chasing. Oh, who's this? The Challenger approaches. Spineless. With these eagles, man, they got balls of steel all of a sudden. Alright. Lateral thrusting to cancel out that inertia, swing it back around, full power to weapons, full stop when they come at you like that, and then just basically cut them off and they freak out and they stop like this. Alright, is this another eagle? Oh, this one's a viper. Come here, you spineless bastard. Alright, so you'll see when I start putting my cursor over that leading target, he'll like freak out. I think that's by design. I'm not sure, but he'll move every time I try to shoot him with a fixed weapon. So if you want him to sit still, don't try to shoot him with it. Just kind of aim sideways to them. If you want them to change direction though, just glance over it like you're going to take a snapshot at them. And they freak out and change direction. See, I can't keep it on there. That's just cheating. See what I mean though? He's leading me on a wild goose chase, and that's why I hate fighting vipers. Oh, I got somebody else on me. Alright, you know what? Alright, I got two of them on me now. I'm going to go ahead and use 2 shield cell banks here. And this guy's overly aggressive while he has shields, so if you take him down, he'll start running from you. Alright, slip it in engines and get around them. Oh, I've got 3 people on me. Nope. Not going to take 3 people and a python. Even though I can't outrun them. Yeah, I don't have any allies, so let's go ahead and get out of here. And we'll be fine.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Gotta know when to pull back. That's what he said. Anyway. That's probably getting about time anyway. Yeah, looking at the clock, so let's go ahead and dock up. And I'll show you what kind of money we made. What? Commander Nissytree, elite, very nice.
Frameshift charge detected.
Very nice, congratulations, sir. Okay, I thought this might have been a commander because I couldn't see, but nope. Alright. Let's go ahead and land.
Landing gear deployed. Docking successful. Engines disengaged. Frameshift charge detected.
Okay. So, reload. 9 grand. Ain't bad. No repair bill other than my paint that I'm trying to get all messed up. And let's see here. So we go to contacts. And I think it was about, what, 15 minutes worth of fighting? Maybe less. So yeah, about 1,000 a minute. So 1,600, 166,000. It's a whole lot better than it was. I mean, it's still paltry, like just a penance. But like it's better. They're definitely working in the right direction here and making combat, actually profitable. It is profitable unless you're in anything bigger than an asp, and I wouldn't take an asp to a combat zone. So, well, I mean, I have, but I wouldn't any longer. So yeah, I mean, it's nice, but if you have a big ship and scratching it costs you 30 grand, that's not helping much. And if you take any real damage, well, there went all your profit. I'm actually still recuperating from a couple of times I got rammed, which is just infuriating. It's infuriating. I mean, here I am flying around in the HMS Miley Cyrus, coming in like that wrecking ball, right? Because I can't stop. And I never hit anybody, but they hit me all the time. Like they hit me right in the bow, on top of the bow. I'm not sure why the AIs have such a hard time of avoiding people in combat, but they do. They're just horrible at it. It's almost like they're trying, even your allies. But anyway, neither here nor there. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this little demonstration of the Anaconda. And I hope you liked what you saw. And yeah, if you guys want to see anything else, let me know. I'm planning on getting the Vulture once it comes out with 1.2, and which I'm very excited about. I'm also planning on Wings as well. So if you guys would like to maybe partake in one of these episodes one time, we can actually go around and maybe have some fun in a conflict zone or bounty hunting or something along those lines. Let me know. Let me know in the comments down below. We'll see if we can't get you in here. Maybe we can get Snowman and Balakai all together and we can do kind of a subscriber thing. That'd be kind of cool. But yeah, anyway, let me know what you guys want to see. And let me know if you liked it. Comment down below, and please share and like all that good stuff. Especially sharing, that helps me out more than anything else. Getting my videos out there, I couldn't say thank you enough. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and yeah, peace.